na 4. So, ito siya, 'di ba? The right little and the left thumb. So, yun po yung pair number 3 natin. Okay? So, that is the answer for this question. Sa primary classification po ito. At meron pa po kayong tatandaan lagi sa primary classification. So, kung na-identify mo na yung pairings and the corresponding numerical value, hanapin mo naman si numerator and si denominator. Okay? So, kung sa ibang classification natin, ang numerator natin is yung kanang kamay at ang denominator natin is yung kaliwang daliri pala, dito sa primary classification, naiiba siya. Bakit? You will identify kasi the odd and even number of finger. So, yung odd number of finger, siya po yung i-consider natin as denominator. Sila yung nasa baba. Okay? And then yung even number of fingers naman natin, sila yung nasa taas. Diba? Halimbawa, finger number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Sila po yung denominator. Fingers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, sila naman yung ating numerator. Okay? And after that, meron pa po yung tinatawag na pre-established factor of +1/1. Yun lagi yung nakikita po natin sa primary classification na 1 + 1/1. Kaya hindi pwedeng maging sagot dito sa primary is 0/0. Okay? Kasi lagi siyang may +1/1. And after that, the sum total. Pagpaplasin-plasin lang natin for us to get the exact primary classification. Okay? So, yun po. Ayan yung ating pairings. And then for our next question, to. So, it's all about world tracing. Okay? So, if the ridge trace passes inside or above the right delta and 3 or more ridges intervenes between the tracing ridge and the right delta, the tracing is designated as what? Is it A, outer, meeting, middle, or inner? Okay? So, may tatlo kasi po tayong ridge tracing. Okay? So, tanggalin na natin dito si middle kasi hindi naman siya kasali, no? So, sa ridge tracing po natin, meron tayong outer, meron tayong meeting, at meron tayong inner. But the question is asking about the tracing na kung saan ang location niya or ang tracing niya, it goes inside or above. And ang bilang ng intervening ridge niya is 3 or more. Ano kaya yun dyan? Diba? So, kailangan alam nyo kung ano si outer, kung ano si meeting, kasi kung ano si inner. Kasi ang hirap sagutin yan kung hindi ka familiar sa tatlo na yan. So, madaming sagot is letter D. Okay? So, madaming sagot, letter D. Tama? Tama po kayo, no? Kapag ayan, from the word itself, inside. Ayan, no? Inside. Yan yung keyword natin, eh. That is inner. Bakit? 'Di ba? So, paano ba naging inner? So, unahin natin dito, yan. Sabi natin, kapag inner, like for example, to mag-drawing ako. Okay, be patient lang po sa pakikinig para detalyado tayo. Like for example, this is left delta and right delta. So, ito yung tracing na gagawin natin. Diba? Paano ba mag-trace? Kapag naputol, stop, then continue sa baba. Okay, halimbawa, tatlo yung nakaharang dito. Tatlo yung intervening ridge. Yan. Bago mag-right delta. So, ayan, this is the left delta. Lagi tayo mag-i-start dyan sa tracing. Continue, stop, and then continue below. Stop, then continue below. Stop, then continue below hanggang sa makatapat na natin si right delta. So, kung katapat mo na si right delta, ilan yung nakaharang na ridges doon? 1, 2, 3. 'Di ba? 3 intervening ridge. At yung kanyang flow, tingnan ninyo yung flow niya, pataas or paloob. And that is inner. Okay? So, yun po yung tinatawag nating inner tracing. Ayan. Paano naman sa outer? Okay? Halimbawa, ganito naman sa outer. Ayan. Palabas. So, ganito ang outer. Tapos ito si right delta. may intervening ridge dito na 4, 'di ba? So, yan po yung tinatawag nating outer tracing. To si si left delta, trace ka, stop, continue below, stop, continue below, hanggang sa makatapat na natin si right delta, and then bilangin nyo yung intervening ridge or yung nakaharang doon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, 4, and then tingnan nyo yung flow niya, palabas, 'di ba, or pababa, and that is outer. Okay? Sa meeting naman po natin, i-disregard nyo na yung flow niya. Inside man siya, outside man siya, basta ang intervening ridge niya is 0, 1 to 2. Okay? Halimbawa, 2 yung intervening ridge. Pababa. Oh, that is meeting. Halimbawa naman, 1 yung intervening ridge, tapos pataas. That is meeting also. Regardless of the flow, regardless of the direction of the tracing, ang kino-consider na lang natin doon is yung intervening ridge or the number of intervening ridge. Okay? So, malinaw pa po ba? Malinaw pa po ba? Okay, thank you. So that is meeting. Okay, regardless whether it is in or out, above or below, basta 0 to 2 yung intervening ridge, that is meeting. So next. Yan, so it talks about the allied sciences of dactyloscopy with the study of sweat pores on human skin. So ano po ba ang sagot ninyo dyan? So ito, dapat basic na lang yan. Okay? Ayan, so madami ang sumasagot ng letter C. O bakit may nagla-like? Bakit may nagla-like pang 3? Okay, so dapat ito, yung mga ganitong klase ng question, remembering question, dapat tama na kayo lahat dito. Since ito, simula't simula pa lang nadi-discuss na 'to sa PI. Okay, so ayan, wala na tayong maling sagot. Tandaan po, sweat pores. Ano? P, pores. 'Di ba? That is poroscopy. Kasi yan, ginagamit yan, halimbawa, hindi malinaw yung ridges. So, hindi mo magagamit si dactyloscopy. Kung hindi malinaw yung ridges, pwede kang mag-rely sa pores nung ridges na yun. And that is poroscopy. Okay? So, paano naman kung wala si poroscopy? Okay, wala yung finger, wala yung pores, mag-proceed ka dito sa chiroscopy or the study of palm of the hands. Kung saan palm print na yung gagamitin natin for identification. Okay? Kung wala naman or kung buong kamay ay wala, proceed ka dito kay poroscopy. Diba? The study of the soles of the feet. Diba? Sa talampakan kasi natin or sa daliri natin sa paa, meron din tayong friction skin doon. Meron din dong ridges and furrows. May pattern din po yung daliri natin sa paa. Meron din diyang whirl, loop, and meron din diyang arch. Okay, so same lang ng finger natin. Okay, so that is the 3 allied sciences of dactyloscopy, chiroscopy, podoscopy, and poroscopy. Okay? So next question. So which of the following statement below best describe the type lines? Okay, is it letter A, the ridges present in every fingerprint pattern in use in counting? B, the diverging ridge inside the pattern area where the core is located? C, one ridge that splits into 2 and continues to run parallel from one another? Or letter D, the 2 innermost diverging ridges that tend to surround the pattern area? Ayan kaya ang sagot. May pumapalakpak. May nagla-like. Okay. Ano ba ang palakpak? Bakit ang daming sumasagot? The 2 innermost ridge that tend to surround the pattern area. Okay? Okay, may nagpupuso. Type lines. Okay, type lines. Okay, very Good. So, letter D po ang sagot natin dito. Pag sinabing type lines, the innermost ba siya? Parang mali yata. Kapag kasi innermost, yun yung sufficient recurve na nasa gitna. Doon mo matatagpuan si delta, ay si core. Diba? So, mali si letter D. Nakita nyo lang yung innermost sufficient recurve eh. Okay? So, anong sagot ninyo? Like, celebrate, ano ba? Or puso? Kasi kapag innermost diverging ridges or that tend to surround the pattern, okay, so tama. Innermost diverging ridges. Okay, yun po si type lines. Asan ba si type lines dito? Ito po siya. Okay? Nag-diverge from each other. Kaya itong part po na ito yung tinatawag nating point of divergence. Dito po natin makikita lagi si delta. Okay? And that is the type line. The letter D. Okay po? So, ito naman, si letter C, diverging ridge kasi ang tinutukoy niya. Okay, halimbawa ito. Two ridges that run parallel from each other. This is the diverging ridge. Ito namang diverging ridge inside the pattern area. Wala po sa loob inside the pattern area. Hindi po nakapaloob kay pattern area si type lines. But, nakapaloob po kay type lines si pattern area. Okay, sabi nga dyan, no, it surrounds the pattern area. And then letter A, the ridges present in every fingerprint pattern and used in ridge counting. So letter D po ang ating sagot dito. Okay? So next question po natin. Clear all? Ayan. So the part of the loop of whirl in which the appear cores, delta, and ridges which we are concerned in classifying is called what? Is it type line, pattern area, ridge, focal point? Okay, madami nagla-like. Very good. Sabi kasi dito, part of the loop kung saan datin makikita si core, si delta, and any other of ridges. So, ang tawag po natin doon ay pattern area. So, kakasabi lang natin, di ba? Si pattern area, ang nakapagitan sa kanya or ang nagsaserve as boundary sa kanya is si type lines. Okay? Ang makikita mo naman sa loob ng pattern area is yung ridge characteristics or different ridge. Kasama na si focal point na si core and delta. Okay? So that is the answer for that question. So next. Ayan. So ito naman. You need to identify what pattern is being shown. Is it central? Is it plain whirl, double loop, accidental? O ito kapag ganito, dapat wala na kayong maling sagot. Diba? Kasi ano ba ang pinapakita ng image? Ano ba ang pinapakita dyan sa pattern na yan? Purong circular pattern. Purong pabilog. 'Di ba? Kapag puro, that is the word plain. Okay? Purong circular lang siya, spiral or oval, and that is plain whirl. Okay po? Kasi distinguishable yan eh. Sa plain whirl, ang kinukonsider, ang hinahanap natin is, ano ba yung mga elements ng whirl? May 2 delta, 1 delta, 2 delta. Kapag dinrawingan mo ng imaginary line between the left delta and right delta, dapat mayroon siyang masasagasaang complete circuit. The imaginary line must touch at least one of the circular or one of the complete circuit and meron namang natamaan. Since purong pabilog siya, ayan, may natamaan and that is plain whirl. Yun yung kaibahan nila ni central pocket. Okay? Kay central pocket kasi kapag nag-draw ka ng imaginary line, it must not touch the complete circuit. Bakit? Kasi si central pocket, merong small whirl. Yung small whirl niya nasa loob ni loop. 'Di ba? So, paano tatamaan yan? Imagine ito si delta, ito si delta. So, paano tatamaan si complete circuit kung nakaloob siya kay loop? So, yun yung si central pocket natin. Okay? So, I think meron ditong question for that is, ito. Next. What fingerprint pattern is being shown? Is it A, central pocket, B, plain neural, C, double loop, or D, accidental? Parang halo-halo yung sagot nyo, Puso, palakpak. Ano ba talaga ang sagot ninyo dito? Imagine nyo, tingnan nyo yung pattern. Ito, anong pattern ba to? That is loop pattern. Ito naman, may whirl sa gitna. May maliit na whirl. Tapos nakapaloob siya kay loop. So meaning to say that is central pocket loop whirl. Ano ba ang tawag natin kapag ang iisang fingerprint pattern ay combination ng dalawang klase ng pattern? Ano kaya ang tawag natin doon? Very good. That is accidental whirl. Okay, so accidental whirl, this is a composite pattern or a conglomeration, meaning to say it is a combination of two different patterns. Okay, pwedeng magsama si loop and si whirl, but never si plain arch. Okay, so that is accidental whirl. Composite pattern or conglomeration, combination of two different patterns. Okay, pwedeng magkaroon ka dito kay accidental ng 2, 3, 4, and so on na deltas. 'Di ba? So, yan po si accidental. So, next one. Ayan, so anong klaseng pattern naman kaya ito? Okay, so ayan, wala nang mali. Diba? Wala nang nagsasagot ng iba. Purong puso. And that is correct. Okay? So, as you can see po, there is a small whirl dito inside the loop pattern. Diba? So, this is the delta. Sorry. So, ayan. So, ito, there is a small whirl inside the loop. Ayan. So, ito si delta natin. Ito naman si isang delta. So, kapag nag-drawing tayo ng imaginary line between delta to delta, may masasagasaan bang complete circuit? Wala, kasi nakaloob siya kay loop. Kaya nga siya tinawag na central. Nasa gitna siya, small whirl inside. Okay, and that is central pocket loop whirl. Okay, walang matatamaang complete circuit kapag nag-drawing tayo ng imaginary line. Okay? So, next natin. Okay, another. What pattern is being shown? Ayan, mukhang walang ibang sumasagot, Walang ibang sagot pala. Okay? So, purong letter C and that is correct. Kasi distinguishable naman siya, di ba? Ayan, pa-letter S. Pa-letter S yan. So, this is the one loop and this is the second loop. The first loop and second loop. And that is double loop whirl. Sa double loop whirl, diba, sabi natin, elements of a loop, there must be a core and there must be a delta. So, ibig sabihin, kung dalawang loop, meron tayong dalawang delta at dalawang core. Okay, this is the first delta, this is the second delta, first core, and second core. Okay, yan po yung palatandaan. My ma'am, kung loop siya, bakit siya tinawag na double loop whirl? Tingnan nyo yung kanyang flow or tingnan nyo yung kanyang entire na itsura. Di ba para siyang pabilog? Kaya siya tinawag na double loop whirl. Okay? Yung dalawang whirl nagpo-form into circular. Okay? Pabilog. Kaya part siya ng whirl. Okay? Composite pattern din po ito. Pinagsamang dalawang pattern. Okay? So, next natin. Ayan. So, ito naman, tungkol ulit siya kay ridge counting. So, how should ridge counting be handled in the case of ridge, lake, or enclosure? Kasi meron tayong ruling sa ridge counting, di ba? Kapag isa lang yung na-touch na imaginary line, isang ridge, isa lang yung bilang nun. Paano daw kapag ganito? Ayun ang itsura yun. Ito daw yung nasagasaan. Ito si core, Tas ayan yung nagasagasaan, paano mo siya bibilangin? Is it letter A, exclude it from the count? Letter B, count only one ridge for the entire enclosure? C, count the number of the ridge that touches the imaginary line? Or D, always count 3 ridges? Okay, so very good. Lahat ng sagot is letter C. Tama po, letter C po yung sagot natin. Bakit? Si letter A kasi, exclude it from the count. No, hindi po natin exclude yun. Ang ini-exclude natin or ang hindi natin sinasama sa counting is yung focal points. Yung focal point po natin or yung boundary natin na core and delta, yun po yung hindi natin sinasama sa counting. Okay? So si letter B, count only one ridge for the entire enclosure. That is wrong. Kasi ang ruling po natin, meron tayong mga ridges na isa lang ang bilang at meron tayong mga ridges na dalawa yung bilang. Depende sa tatamaan ni imaginary line. Like for example, ito, di ba? So, isang ridge lang siya, enclosure. Pero kasi may white space between this. Yan yung white space. Di ba? So, ibig sabihin, dalawang ridges, dalawa yung count niya. Okay? You will count them separately. Okay? And then itong always count 3 ridges, mali po yan kasi dalawa lang naman ang natamaan. So, dalawa lang ang bibilangin natin. But, focus kayo dito sa letter C. Okay? Kapag magre-ridge count kayo, count only the number of ridges that touch the imaginary line. Okay? Whether galing pa sila sa isang ridge or what, basta merong furrows, merong space between them, mako-consider natin sila as ridges na pwede nating i-count. Okay? So yun po yung isa pa sa rule ng ridge counting natin. So next question. Yan. So when does the ridge counting consider details such as short ridges and dots? Is it A, only if they are thick enough to be recognized? B, regardless of their thickness? C, only if they are long enough to be recognized? Or D, only if they are present in the nearby bifurcation? So what is your answer? Ano ba i-consider natin kapag halimbawa counting ang gagawin mo? Excuse me, counting. Pero may nakita kang ridge na sobrang nipis. 'Di ba? Hindi mo ma-identify kung anong pattern yun. Isasama ba natin siya sa bilang? Hindi po. Okay? Kaya ang sagot natin dito, when does the ridge counting consider details such as short ridge and dots kapag sila ay thick enough to be recognized. Kaya mong recognize, okay, dot ito. Okay, short ridge ito. Okay, long ridge ito. 'Di ba? So, pwede natin siyang isama sa counting. Pero kung manipis, sobrang nipis niya, ayan, tapos di mo ma-identify kung anong klase, dot ba siya, short ridge ba siya, or what, hindi po natin yan sinasama. Okay? So, that is also one of the ruling in ridge counting. Okay? So, next. Dito naman po tayo, ridge tracing. Which path is followed to understand the flow of ridges in the relation to the right delta? Is it A, from the right delta to the left delta, B, from the upper side of the left delta to the right delta, or C, from the lower side of the delta to the right delta, or letter D, from the right delta to the lower side of the delta? Path po ang tinutukoy natin. Path which is followed to understand the flow of the ridge in relation to the right delta. Kasi kanina, dinrawing ko na yan eh. Ano ba ang ginagawa natin kapag halimbawa delta, tapos naputol, di ba, mag-i-stop ka, saan ka magko-continue? Sa taas ba or sa baba? Okay, so very good. Lahat ng sagot ay letter C. That is correct. Letter C po. Magko-continue tayo lagi from the lower side ng left delta papunta kay right delta. Yun po lagi ang ruling since na-drawing ko siya kanina. Okay, so very good. Tama po lahat ng sagot. Okay, so next question. Yan. So which statement accurately describes the characteristics of plane arch? A, is it always has an angular side of the formation? B, it must have a delta. C, it exhibit upward thrust in the center. Or D, it meets only one of the 4 requisites of the loop. Again, ang question po natin tumutukoy sa plane arch. Okay, ano ba sa mga choices na 'to ang papasok lang sa plane arch, 'di ba? So, bago niyo malaman 'yan dapat alam niyo muna yung elements ng plane arch. Ano po ba yung mga elements ng plane arch? Wala siyang angular formation, wala siyang delta, wala siyang core, 'di ba? Wala din siyang upward thrust na tinatawag, wala siyang spike sa gitna. So, meaning to say, the answer is letter D. It meets only one of the four requisites of the loop. Ano yung one of the four requisites na yun? That it starts from one side and flow to the other side. Yun lang po yun. Diba? It starts from one side and flow to the other side. And that is plane arch. The simplest type of fingerprint pattern. Pinakamadaling i-identify and i-distinguish. Okay? So that is plane arch. So kailangan familiar kayo sa iba't ibang klase ng fingerprint pattern natin. Okay? Ang basahin nyo, ang tandaan nyo lagi doon is yung elements ng bawat pattern. Okay? So next po. So what is the defining characteristic of a whirl pattern? Okay, is it A, 2 delta and at least one ridge making a complete circuit? B, small whirl inside the loop ridges. C, two separate and distinct loop formation. Or D, making a combination of two or more different type. Again, pattern po ang tinutukoy natin and characteristics ng whirl. Again, sabi ko nga, kailangan alamin nyo muna yung elements ng bawat pattern para malaman ninyo. Okay? So, ano ba yung elements ng whirl pattern? Kinakailangan may dalawang delta. Diba? Plain whirl specifically, dalawang delta. Kapag nag-drawing ka ng imaginary line, mayroon dapat matatouch na complete circuit. Okay? Yun ang rule, yun ang element ni plain whirl. So, anong sagot natin dito? Okay, very good. Walang ibang sagot kundi letter A. Okay? 2 delta and at least one ridge making a complete circuit. Diba? Purong pabilog naman si plain whirl. Okay, si letter B, ang tinutukoy nito, small whirl inside the loop, that is central pocket. Si letter C naman, two separate distinct, that is double loop. And D, a combination of two or more or different type of patterns, that is accidental whirl. Okay? So, very good. Next question po tayo. Okay, so purong pattern lang po muna yung topic natin, ano? And now, about ulnar loop naman siya. Okay, the characteristics of ulnar loop. So, kailangan alam nyo din yun. So, is it A, the core is above or almost above the delta of the pattern? B, the opening or end of the loop ridge points in the direction of the little finger side? C, the opening end of the loop ridge points in the diffraction in the top side? Or letter D, none of the choices? Tandaan, alam muna natin dapat yung elements or characteristics ni ulnar loop bago natin ito masagot. Okay? So, ano ba si ulnar loop? Kasi direction lang ang tinatandaan natin pag ulnar or radial eh. Regardless kung anong kamay siya, kung kanan ba siya or kaliwa. Basta it flows towards the direction of that side, masasabi natin siya ay ulnar, masasabing siya ay radial. Okay, so anong sagot natin dito? Okay, very good. Puro like ang sagot, that is, ayan, it is characterized, okay, by the, kapag po ang opening end is towards the direction of the little finger or ulna bone. Yan po lagi yun tatandaan. Okay, so letter A, that is wrong. The core is above or almost above the delta of the pattern. As well as letter B, diffraction side, wala po tayong diffraction side na yan. Okay, so yan po yung tandaan sa ulnar and radial, regardless of the hand. Basta nag-flow siya towards the little finger, mapakanan man yan, mapakaliwa, that is ulnar. Kapag ito naman ay papunta kay thumb side, mapakanan or kaliwa, that is radial loop. Okay, so next one. What can accidental whirl pattern look like? Is it A, a conglomeration of ridges? B, a perfect circle with no delta? C, two loops of the same size? or D, 2 loops surrounding each other? Bakit letter D ata ang sagot nyo? 2 loops surrounding each other. That is double loop. Tama ba? Double loop yun. Si letter C naman, 2 loops of the same length and size. Hindi po, wala po tayo niyan. Kasi ang element po ng distinct ng ng double loop natin, kinakailangan yung dalawang loop magkaiba ng size. Okay, isang malaki, isang maliit. And letter B, a perfect circle with no delta. Wala po tayong circular pattern na walang delta. Lahat ng whirl pattern natin is mayroong dalawang delta lagi. At least 2. Okay, so the answer for this question is A, conglomeration. Then we say conglomeration, combination or mixture of 2 different patterns. Okay, again, kailangan nyo munang malaman yung element man ng bawat pattern bago nyo masagot yung mga question na to. Okay, so next question. And so what does APHIS stand for? Okay, ano po ba ang APHIS? Is it A, B, C, D? Okay, anong sagot ninyo? So dapat dito hindi na kayo nagkakamali. Diba? So, ang sagot po natin dito, what does APHIS stand for? That is letter B. Okay? Standard Operating Procedure. Standard Operating Procedure. Automated Fingerprint Identification System. Diba? Saan po ba ginagamit si APHIS? Ang APHIS po kasi natin, that is the computerized system. That is our database. Ano ba yung ini-store doon? Ano ba yung hinahanap doon? Ano yung kino-compare sa APHIS? And that is fingerprint. Okay? Storing, searching, comparing fingerprint automatically. Yun po yung ginagawa natin sa APHIS natin. Okay? So next po, meron pa tayong elaboration mamaya ni APHIS. Don't worry. Okay, so the answer dyan is letter B. Okay, so next question. When a fingerprint card bearing a notation of fingers missing at birth, they are given the identical classification of blank. A, adjacent finger, B, opposite finger, C, near finger, D, assign world tracing. So ito, tungkol naman to sa pagka finger missing at birth, amputations. Ayan, yun na po yung mga ruling na i-apply natin. Okay, so ano kaya? So puro like. Okay, very good. Ganito kasi yan. So for example, yung right index finger ko is putol. O kaya naman wala. Pinanganak akong wala. Ngayon, kung magkakandak tayo ng